Hey guys, I thought I'd do a post tonight about how to stay healthy on the road, whether you're traveling by plane or by train or by automobile. I've got lots of snack ideas for you on how to stay healthy and keep your belly full. Because one of my worst nightmares is starving. I tend to eat every 3 hours. I actually think that that's probably the best thing for most people to do because it keeps your blood sugar stable and it makes sure that your energy doesn't tank, because nobody wants to be dragging their feet through an airport, especially when there's so many germs and fears about getting sick. If you keep your health up through healthy nutrition, then you've just won the battle, I think. So first off, what I'm going to suggest is that you go out and buy a really fun lunch cooler tote, something to keep your food in. Obviously, if you're traveling by plane, you want to have something that's insulated. So I wanted to show you what I picked up. This is by Lug. It's a fun little bag, and as you can see, it's insulated, which is great for keeping, if you're bringing anything that needs to stay at temp, then you don't need to worry about it. The other thing I like about this is it's army green, and that is one of my favorite colors, so, Okay, so first off, I think I'm going to show you the king of the buffet here. This is something I love to prepare weekly because it has quinoa, which I'm sure you've heard of, and it has spinach, and it has celery, and it has, let me just come into view here. I don't know if you can see everything in there, but it has, like I said, quinoa, spinach, celery, onions, cranberries, walnuts, sesame seeds, and then I just put a little bit of marinated baked tofu on top. And I'll put a link to this in the blog. So I just put this into a nice glass container because we want to stay away from those plastics as best we can. You'll see I'm using Ziplocs for some of my things tonight because, I don't want to have too many dishes when I'm done the trip. So first thing I'm going to do is pop this into my cooler because it takes up the most space. And then I'll just get started with some of the other snacks. So an obvious one is going to be chopped up veggies that you might have in your fridge. It's always great to clear your fridge before a trip. So I've just got some chopped up celery here, and to go with it, I just used one of the little baby cubes that I used to store Chloe's food in, and I put homemade hummus in it. So, by the way, if you haven't made your own hummus before, oh my goodness, you have to make your own hummus. It's amazing, and you'll never buy store-bought again. So I just put that in here. And something else to go with the hummus is just a few crackers. So I want to tell you my favorite brand of crackers is Mary's Organic. Mary's, I don't know if it's Mary's Gone crackers or what, but just look for Mary. And Mary's crackers are wheat-free, gluten-free, and they're whole grains. They've got flax seeds, lots of omega-3s in them. I love them. They taste like something homemade and dehydrated. Obviously, if you have the time, you're going to do your own crackers because none of that processed crap, no oils, all that stuff's not in there. So I'm going to pop those in. Those will go great with my hummus dip as well. What next? This little, actually I picked this up also when I was storing food for Chloe in the beginning, and this turned out to be a great little way to transport trail mix. So in here, I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but I've got a mix of soy nuts by these girls, the Bean Ladies, and then I put in some goji berries. And here's the brand I use. You can actually now get goji berries at Bulk Barn, so they're really easy to find now. Back in the day, you used to have to order them online, and it's kind of a pain in the bum. So then I also have a little glass jar full of chickpeas. I love me some chickpeas, and Chloe loves them. She'll just eat them like this. So it's a really nice and convenient, quick way to get your protein and lots of fiber. And that's really important when you're traveling. You want to keep your fiber up because, as you know, things don't always happen when you're traveling. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, my favorite bar when I'm traveling is Lara bars. They look like that. These were part of a multi-pack I picked up at Costco this week. It's a new flavor. It's chocolate chip, chocolate peanut butter chip. Can't go wrong. The great thing about Lara bars is there are 5 ingredients. So again, none of that processed junk. And stay away from the protein bars. You might as well eat a Snickers bar. They're just so full of sugar and trans fats and just a lot of garbage. And if you have the time, again, make your own protein bars. I'm going to put a link up after this on the blog for a really great raw protein bar recipe. So you might want to give that a try. I'm I'm sneaking in a little pack for Chloe in case, you know, she gets kind of fussy. So this is Sprout organic baby food. I don't really like to buy this stuff, but I had it on hand, so I thought, why not? I'll throw it in the bag. So last thing that's going to go in the cooler are, I've just got a sample pack of protein. This is by Sun Warrior. It's, I believe it's a sprouted, yeah, it's a sprouted brown rice protein, vegan, and you know, it's great. You can mix it into anything. I plan to bring it because I'll hit up a Starbucks along the way and get my little cup of perfect oatmeal. Oh, which, speaking of oatmeal, I wanted to show you this container that they sell in the stores. I'm not going to bring it with me when I go on a trip, but it's thermal, insulated, and the really cool thing is in the top you can find a little spoon. So that's fun. I think it was like 10 bucks in the store. So really great. Great way to transport oatmeal or maybe chilies, soups, things like that. Okay, I guess the last and most obvious thing would be water. Now, all this food in this cooler, as you can see, it all fit in there. You can get through security with food. Obviously, we all know you can't bring liquids through. So if you were bringing a salad or something, you'd want to put your dressing on your salad before going on flight. So the one thing you obviously can't take on is water. So bring your empty canteen. This is one of my favorites. It reminds me to sweat every day, as if I need an extra reminder. It's all around me. So I bring that with me empty, and then I fill it up. You know, if I'm traveling by air, I fill it up in the airport. Obviously, it's easier to get water when you're on the road, that kind of thing. I wanted to mention too, you can find a lot of different brands of filtration water bottles that you take on the go. And this one here is made by a company called Bobble. And you can actually pick this up at Canadian Tire. So this is the filter. I think it's a carbon filter, so it does remove about 99% of impurities out of your tap water, or, you know, if you're just not too sure about drinking the water from a water fountain, you can simply pop this filter into the bottle. The one thing I don't like about the Bobble waters is that they come with, it's a BPA-free plastic, but I'm just not a fan of plastic. So I'd like to find one that's either glass or stainless. So if you find one, let me know. Okay, and then the other thing that's not really going to make it into the cooler, but would come with me in my suitcase or purse or whatever, would be my vitamins and supplements. Pinks for me, greens for my hubby, because we are fun that way. And, you know, I take 3,000 vitamin Ds a day. I take a probiotic, which is really important when you're traveling. So think about talking to your doctor if you're going in for a visit before you travel, because that's a really great thing to add into your daily supplementation. I also take a DHA oil and usually a multi, especially if I know that my diet's not going to be that great. You know, other things I might suggest that you take with you would be like a power sandwich. Like take a couple pieces of Ezekiel bread, spread a nut butter on there, like almond butter or sunflower seed butter, and then sprinkle some chia seeds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, whatever seeds you got in your cupboard, just sprinkle them on. And that's a really great way to get lots of protein and lots of whole grains and fill you up, and it transports pretty easy. Another thing I might bring with me would be some fruit, because you see I didn't have any fruit in here because I haven't done any grocery shopping. I have no fruit, which I never like to not have any fruit. So, you know, things like grapes, mandarin oranges, sliced up apples, those are all great things to throw into a little glass container and bring with you. Oh, I forgot something else. Popcorn. I just put this in a little baggie to show you. You know, this again is another one of those great little filler snacks, but popcorn made in a healthy way is a really great way to get your whole grains. And again, lots of fiber in this bad boy. It's such a great food. I actually make popcorn almost every night. A real simple way to make a healthy popcorn is either on the stove or put it in a brown bag, roll the top down and pop it in the microwave for a couple minutes. Melt some coconut oil, it's really good. I'm actually working on a post for you guys about the benefits of coconut oil. But yeah, melt that coconut oil on, pour a little bit of sea salt, and then, oh, my favorite part is to put nutritional yeast on top. It gives it a really cheesy flavor, and it gives you lots of B12 vitamins. So that's really important for vegans or vegetarians, is trying to find good sources of B12, and that's a great way to go. So I think that's it. Hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. You know, I know with everybody over the holidays, you'll be traveling in some shape or form. So Hopefully this inspired a few ideas for you when you're thinking about packing your cooler, but definitely pack a cooler. You know, I rarely leave the house without food because I'm worried I'm going to starve or something within 2 hours, which I actually do kind of starve after 2 hours. So I've always got food on the go, and you know, I love having a full cooler of stuff to choose from. Okay, so anyway, that's it. It was fun doing a video for you guys. It's been a long time since I've done one, and hopefully I'll bring you some more in the next few months.